Hello friends, this is Samuel Patel this side once again welcomes you in the Automation Mastery Training, and in this tutorial we are going to discuss about the fill color. Okay, so how one object can change its fill color as per the tag value, so that we are going to discuss. There are two methods to change the fill color. One is with the discrete tag and one another with the analog tag. Okay, first of all we are going to discuss with the discrete tag. Discrete tag means digital tag. Okay, now for example, if I want to duplicate this tank, okay, and I am deselecting this property. Okay, now if you open click this, there is a fill color property option is available over here, and in this fill color there is a discrete and analog option is available. For this tank I am going to discuss about the discrete tag. Okay, so for taking the discrete property I am going to take one switch. Let's take one switch. Okay, switch. Okay, so I am going to take this switch. Okay, so when this switch is on, when this switch is on, tank has changed its fill color. Okay, and whenever this switch is off, tank has changed its fill color again. That means when the value between this switch is 1, tank is filling, means tank is fully filled, and whenever the value of this switch is off, that means 0, tank is full empty, that means no filling. Okay, like this way. Now if I am assigning the tag like switch, because switch tag is I have already created. Okay, okay, oh, so it's not defined. I think I need to define. Okay, so memory discrete is the data type of this tag. I'm defining it, say I'm saving it, I'm closing it. Okay, so whenever my switch tag is 1, I have attached tag as a switch for this object, for this switch. Whenever my switch tag is 1, then and then this object has its filling property. Okay, so for that I need to go for the discrete, because switch tag is the discrete, so I need to go for the fill color property in the discrete option. If you go for the discrete, here is the expression you need to attach. Okay, so which expression you need to attach? Obviously you need to attach switch, because your tag is switch. And what is the color for true? Obviously I am attaching the color green for true, and I am attaching the color red for false. Okay, so this is my expression. Whenever my switch tag is 1, that means true, my object is changing its color to the green, and whenever my switch tag is 0, my object is changing its color to the red. So this is the case. See, my label is 0, that means my switch is off, so my tank is red. When my switch is on, my tank is green. So this is the fill property, right, in the discrete condition. Now what about in the analog condition? So for analog I am taking this slider also for my example. Okay, and what is the tag for this slider? Tank level. Okay, now I am duplicating it. Okay, and I am deselecting this discrete property and I am selecting this analog property for this tank. Okay, so whenever I go for the analog property, I need to attach the analog tag. So what should be the analog tag? Obviously the tank level, it should be my analog tag, because I am going to use the tank level as my tag. Okay, now here is the breakpoints you need to define, and here is the colors you need to define for the filling of this tank. Okay, so whenever my tank level is between 0 to 10, my color is black. For 10 to 20, you can say that my color is this. For 20 to 30, you can say that my color is this. For 20 to 30 to 40, you can say that my color is this. For 40 to 50, it should be in the increment order. Okay, it should not be in the decrement order, right? Because your tank level tag is going to start from 0 to 100, right? As per your slider, because your slider has the range from 0 to 100 and your slider has the tag tank level, right? That's why here the expression is tank level, and I am giving the values. Here is the breakpoints for my filling of this tank. Okay, from 30 to 40 I am giving this color, from 40 to 50 I am giving this color, from 50 to 60 I am giving this color, and from 60 to 70 I am giving this color, from 70 to 80 I am giving this color, and above 80 I am giving white color. Okay, so this is the way I am doing the filling of the tank as per my analog value changes. So what is my analog value? Tank level is my analog value. See, whenever my analog value, my tank level is 0, it is in black color. I am increasing, it's changing its color. See, you can see this object. Okay, whenever I am changing, its color is changed. Whenever I am changing, its color is changed. So each and every breakpoint, its color is changing. So this is nothing but the changing the filling property, fill color property as per the analog value. Okay, so whenever my tag value is changing, my tank fill color is changing. Okay, and above 80 we have defined white color, so above 80 it's white, right? Like this way. But it's not look like a real condition. Okay, it's not look like a real condition. So what is the real condition? So whenever your analog value is changing, it should be filled like actual filling of the liquid. Okay, so let's take I'm giving the 100 value at a at a last point, at a last break point. Okay, and I am giving the same color for all of these. Okay, I am giving the same color for all of these, so it will look like as a actual filling of the tank whenever my tank level is changing from 0 to 100. Okay, okay, I'm saving my screen, I'm going to the runtime mode. See, from 0 to 100, oh, from 0 to 100 it's almost same, right? It's almost same. All colors are this which color? I think coffee color. Okay, all colors are coffee, so there is a mistake in my designing. So I need to change the way. Okay, I need to change the way. From 0 to 10 my fill color should be coffee. From 10 to 20 my fill color should be this. From 20 to 30 my fill color should be this. Why it is like this way? Because this fill color is for entire object. Okay, it's not looks like it's filling. Okay, this fill color is for entire object, that's why. But when you go for this tank, here is the percentage fill, which is nothing but the of vertical filling. Whenever you go for the vertical filling, okay, whenever you go for the vertical filling, it looks like yes, it is filling. So that's why if you go for the runtime mode, oh sorry, I'm pressing okay, I'm saving it, I'm going to the runtime mode. So whenever you go for the runtime mode, see it is filling, right? Why it's in the down direction? Because I have selected the down direction, that's why. If you go over here, if you go for the percentage fill, if you select up direction, right, and if you select green, Oh, sorry. I'm saving it. I'm going to the runtime mode. See, if I am filling, if I am going to change my slider, my tank level, see, it's filling from 0% to 100%. So what I did just percentage fill for my filling. See, this fill color is for entire object. So that's why when I go for this object and you go for this analog value, this breakpoint color is for entire object color. So that's why all color are same, like coffee for 0 to 10, 10 to 20, my full object color is same. That's why. But if you want to feel like it's filling, you need to change the object color. So object color is changing like this percentage filling. Okay. And if you change the color of the object, you need to select over here and need to go for this color, fill color over here, right? If you changing this, if you're saving it, see, okay, right? So this is nothing but the fill color property of the int SCADA as per the discrete tag and as per the analog tag. So that's it for this tutorial, and we are going to meet in our next session with the new topic.